it say? Contains hair and mucus. These warm, clean, and moisten the air. Oh, these. As in the... Okay. No worries. Perfect. Hold it tight.
Hey everyone, it's Ms. Eagle and Ms. Eagle.
And we're back with episode 4 of Body Systems.
Today's episode is all about the respiratory system. So we'll be learning about how you are obtaining oxygen, how you're getting rid of carbon dioxide, and all the organs that are involved to be able to do that.
Simply saying how you breathe in and how you breathe out. Topic number 1 for the day is functions of the respiratory system.
The function of the respiratory system is
Breathing in to get oxygen.
and breathing out to get rid of carbon dioxide.
Our second topic for the day is organs of the respiratory system. Okay, so the first organ that we're going to talk about today is the nose. So the thing about the nose is that it contains nose hairs and mucus. Nose hairs you can definitely see if you like look in the mirror. Sometimes some people have them, they're like a little bit too long. And they should cut them, but other times they don't. The nose contains hair and mucus. The mucus is like when you blow your nose and that stuff that comes out when you're sick, it's green, but usually it should be clear. So the hair and the mucus work together to warm, clean, and moisten the air that goes into your nose.
Okay. All right, next down the line is the pharynx. Take a look. Your throat. Doesn't do much. It's just where the air continues to pass down towards
You're gonna have to start run that
the
back.
lungs. Next is the pharynx. Pharynx is a funny name for the throat. Just make you learn it for no good reason. It just contains the opening to the airway. So air goes this way.
So the next organ that we're gonna be talking about today is the larynx. Okay, so we talked about the nose, the pharynx, the throat. Yes. And now we're going to be talking about the larynx, the thing that's allowing you to hear everything I'm saying right now. So the larynx, aka your voice box, aka your vocal cords. It's the tube that as air passes over them, they vibrate to make a sound. When that happens, you breathe in, you talk, you hear what I say. It's perfect. Ms. Eagle.
Yeah.
What else does the larynx allow you to do?
Just sing. Uh-oh.
Over the rainbow, way up high.
All right, next down the line is the trachea, which you probably know is your windpipe. That's that tube that brings air from the pharynx or the throat down into the lungs. So you can see it right here on the diagram. One of the most important things about the trachea is that it's covered by this little flap. Anytime you swallow food or drinks, the flap is supposed to close. When you breathe, the flap opens. When you swallow, the flap closes. And anything that gets down into the trachea is going to make its way into your lungs. So if there's something that's down there that's not supposed to be there, you're going to start coughing.
It's not gonna work.
That's why if you sometimes you like laugh when you're eating or something like that, and you swallow you breathe in a little bit of water, immediately you're going to start coughing like crazy. And that's so that the trachea is trying to get whatever's in there out before it reaches your lungs.
So the next organ that we're going to be talking about are the bronchi. Bronchi are 2 branches that come off of the trachea that go right into your lungs. They connect the lungs to like the trachea, which go to the outside of your body. And they essentially bring air to each lung. You have 2 bronchi, 1 to each lung, the left and right. And when they get swollen, that's when you have bronchitis.
Bronchioles are next. They're little tubes that branch off of the bronchi. If you want to picture the respiratory system, you can kind of just picture a tree. You start with the trunk, that's the trachea right here. It branches into those larger branches, the bronchi. And then the smaller branches that continue to go up a tree look exactly like how these bronchioles look, which go further and further down into the lungs. The responsibility of the bronchioles is just to deliver air to every last corner of the lungs.
Okay, so we are just about to start going over our second to last organ of the day. Alveoli are located at the end of the bronchioles, which is what we just talked about 2 seconds ago. Virtually, they are the leaves of the lungs. So we talked about that little analogy, how the trachea is the trunk, the bronchi are those big branches, The bronchioles are the little branches and your alveoli are the leaves. They're these tiny ball-shaped sacs that are located at the end of the bronchioles, and they get filled with air. They look like grapes. Each alveolus is surrounded by blood vessels, meaning that it comes in direct contact with blood. That makes it an excellent space to do gas exchange, and it is the site of gas exchange. The gases that we're talking about are oxygen and carbon dioxide. What happens is we breathe in the oxygen, it travels from our trachea to our bronchi to our bronchioles all the way to the alveoli, enters the alveoli, and then transfers over into the blood. The blood then drops off the waste of carbon dioxide, which then goes into the lungs, back in, and we breathe it out. If they get damaged through something like smoking, it can cause emphysema, which makes it really difficult to breathe in and out because alveoli provide an elasticity to your lungs, which allow you to go really big and allow you to fill your body up with air and also release the air.
Okay, last and final organ of the day is the diaphragm. So the diaphragm isn't actually part of the lung system itself. It's actually a muscle that's found just below the lungs that helps to expand and compress the chest cavity to make it so that you can breathe more easily. So you can kind of model where your diaphragm is. If you take your fingers and you kind of crawl them up your ribs and you find where they meet and you kind of push in that little triangular space gently, it kind of hurts. That's just about where your diaphragm is. So the way that it looks is that when you breathe out, it becomes like a dome. It's kind of like this. When you breathe in, it flattens out. So when you breathe, it looks like this. And so what the diaphragm does is it flattens as it expands your chest cavity. It makes it so that air just kind of rushes in on its own. When you breathe out and it becomes more like a dome, it makes your chest cavity smaller, so the air kind of just easily flows out. You don't have to breathe like on a normal basis because of the way that your chest changes size based on the diaphragm shape. So it's called negative pressure breathing. It's not something that you need to really know in high school, but in college, if you decide to study biology, that would be something that would be important to understand. Let's wrap it up.
We had an awesome episode today talking about the respiratory system. We hope you guys liked it.
Learning everything you ever wanted to know about breathing in and breathing out.
Are
we annoying yet?
We hope these videos are working out well for you from home. We wish we were in the classroom with you, but
we do. We miss you guys.
Yeah.
Just remember, if you have any questions, comment them on the bottom of this video, or you can DM us on Instagram, Biology with Ms. Eagle.
Don't forget, follow our Instagram, like, subscribe. We need more subscribers. And put on your post notifications so you can know when we post every video. We'll see you guys soon.
All right, bye guys.